Okay, welcome everyone. I need to revisit my last video. I noticed something in editing. Well, I kind of half noticed it while I was recording the first time, but well, I had a second think about it in editing and realized that yeah, I needed to address it. So the bit that was bothering me was this bit here, was that there wasn't any data ending up in the zero column, and that's not a good thing. There should actually be data landing in there. So I went back and had a good look at the log files, and I had a look at the formulas and the data that was in the logs. And if I ruled out anything where the RPM was zero, then that ruled out all the 34s that were in the data and left me with the 35s as the minimum value. So when I recalculated that, or I applied that to the software, re-modified my Autotune files ready for upload, so the ETV correction was done. And I thought I'll just film that before. Well, I went to apply it, and so if I come into Autotune, I've got the file open. I come in here, open log files. So I've got my 4 files. Oh, I should say one of the things I did do was I went back to, and this is where having a good source control is in. This was the prior version here, right? So I actually copied that out. So copied that out, like saved it, and then put that back in at the tip, and that's what I'm working on now. So yeah, that's why source control is really handy. You can just go back to any particular version at any point in time, and you can see now that yeah, there is data in these first cells. But the next bit that really got me, and uh, I sort of played with some settings and I couldn't do it, and I ended up having to raise a support ticket with woolich, and yeah, we won't comment. Um, but anyway, the percentage map change here, all right, and the auto-tuned map. If we have a look at, we'll forget percentage. You can see that there was a percentage map change was meant to occur in that column. But if you have a look at this column here, it's not being applied to the 0% column. And it's funny because, yeah, I did raise a support ticket and they came back and they said it's not used. And it's like, well, unless you decoded the software, you cannot make that claim. And I'm pretty sure they haven't decoded the actual software. They've just extracted the maps out of the bin just from the way those sorts of files are put together. So now I'm having to go and percentage change these myself, because of course one of the things that has come out of all of the TPS adjustments is that I'm now running a lot richer, and I am using actually a significantly more fuel after the recall. So when the light comes on, it's coming on about 15 to 20 kilometers sooner than it used to. So not much fun on my part. And yeah, and I look at the maps here and I can see, right, yep, it says it's running rich. So it wants to do these adjustments and I want to apply it, but of course AutoTune doesn't want to do it. So just thought I'd cover that now. I don't think there's an issue in the IAP. I don't think there's any regions they don't cover. So I will apply IAP through the AutoTune, and yeah, so that sort of comes out okay. Let's see, percentage map change. Yeah, so they're covering this area, but that doesn't necessarily overlap the specific area in the throttle in the TPS map. And we definitely know that um, just from people having issues with their tunes and the when they're on sort of a cruising throttle, which is you can have a look at it, but it is really low TPS values for cruising throttle. So yeah, you can't say that it's not actually used below 10%. 10%, like you spend a lot of your time riding around in this area here, and definitely uh, the MT-09 is not ignoring these values. That's, yeah, just crazy talk. So anyway, I'm going to apply the IAP maps, but I am going to have to do the TPS maps in Excel, because yeah, at least I've got the percentage value. So I'll go and do the calculations there, and I'll at least Autotune comes up with the percentage calculations. Now I'm just going to have to apply them manually. So I'm off to do that, but I won't go through that process. Just something to be aware of. And yeah, it is one column, and I know I'm kind of being pedantic. At least it's doing the column next to it. But given how rich it's running, it does bug me. So it cost me nothing to go and fix that area. Just a few minutes of my time, so to speak. So anyway, I'll call it, and thanks for tuning in. And I hope this is useful, and I hope that woolich fixes this some point in the future. So thanks for tuning in. Okay, and just when you thought I was gone, I'm back again. So I've loaded it all up, and I've got my Excel spreadsheet ready to do the calculations. So you put in the maps here, you put in what Autotune says, and it applied the percentage values. And of course I've done that and then looked to confirm it and realized a few other things. So I was originally looking at just one of these cells here. So this is 683 on the original map. All right, it's 682 on the Autotune map. But if you go to percentage map change, it's 1.1%. 1.1% of 600 is at least 6. So, and it only changed by 1. So these are actually value changes, not percentage changes. So, yeah, and to confirm it, it was like, okay, well, let's pick a big one. So went to 8 for this one here, and the 1509, and the original one is 1517. So 1517 minus 8 is 1509. So yeah, it's not even percentage map change. Not that it's a huge drama. It's just like, oh, I can't believe I've been using it this long and didn't notice that they actually screwed that bit up as well. So yeah, I hope that's interesting info for people. Well, of course, if it just works, and to be honest, it has worked in the past without an issue. Even if the numbers aren't correct, it does eventually tune the AFR in and on these maps. So just in a position at the moment where we're looking at it a little more closely and starting to be a bit more critical. But regardless, I yeah loaded this in, and yeah, thanks for tuning in.